Hello you guys, it is Princess in Prayer here, and today I'm going to be taking you guys to the Statue of Liberty. So today we're starting this off in Battery Park because we have to catch a ferry in order to get to the island because, you know, it's an island, it's surrounded by water. So we'll get into all that. In this video, I'm going to be taking you guys to Battery Park for the process, then to the Statue of Liberty. On the island itself, we're going to go through the museum and the gift shop and even the cafe. So adorable. I didn't expect it to be that adorable. On top of that, I'm going to share with you guys some tips for photos and some things that I learned, which, let me tell you something, it was such a beautiful experience to be able to go to the Statue of Liberty, and I didn't think it was going to have as much as an emotional impact on me as it actually did have. It was a massive, almost like a milestone to be able to stand in front of the Statue of Liberty, and I was in awe, just truly finding out the history while also seeing the cultural art and historical aspect of the statue. So let's get this started. When I had said earlier that we're going on a ferry, now there's not too many ferries that lead to the Statue of Liberty, but I found two different vendors that I think you guys are gonna like. The one that I went on was called Statue City Cruises, okay? Now I got my ticket for general admission for $24.50, okay? I got two of them, so with taxes and all that, it was like $49 something for me and a friend. On average, when you look up a Statue of Liberty tour, they go from like $45 to $60 to even $80 to $150. I've seen one around Christmas time for $150. I'm telling you, these are the best prices you're gonna get. So I got general admission, but you could always get the pedestal ticket or the crown ticket, which is the same exact thing. You just get to go up into the pedestal or to the top of the statue by the crown. So they have lockers where you can put all your stuff. No need to worry about that, but you can't take it with you, all right? If you decide to take the same ferry I did, there's 3 stops. So first you're at Battery Park, then it'll take you to the island where the statue's at, and then the 3rd stop is for Ellis Island. Now remember, you guys, this is not a private tour. If you want a private boat for like more relaxing and daytime, then I would suggest booking a private tour, but this will take you here and you really don't need it, all right? So once you arrive, the first thing I did was hit the museum. I really recommend starting the trip off with going inside and watching the short film they put together, and I recommend this because puts in perspective all the art and all the history you're about to see.
Inspired by news that slavery in the United States has been abolished. Nearly a century earlier, France had been a crucial ally in America's war for independence.
Once the movie was done, we were able to go and look at all the art and the literature and kind of get more educated about what the Statue of Liberty is all about. When I tell you that I had no idea that this was going to be the favorite part of my trip, it caught me by surprise because this was my birthday trip. So we had a lot of things planned, and for some reason, this is the part where I just found myself like smiling the most, you know, like proud to be there. And don't get me wrong, I'm a decently patriotic citizen. Like when it comes down to like American politics, I try to stay neutral, but I also keep up with both sides of the political campaigns. Like I'll watch Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro, but then I'll keep up with like CNN and Times. I found out when the parts of the Statue of Liberty start to fall apart or they need repairs, they usually keep them in the museum. And you guys, when I was looking at this part of the museum, there's something that caught my eye. Like I have to tell you guys. So I have a video in the background where these 2 kids were like putting their hands and their fingers up the nose of like the statue's face. I'm about to show you. So their hands were all up inside the nose and the mouth, like being disrespectful, like it was picking the nose of the Statue of Liberty. And I couldn't even put this part in the video because it's something that I had to witness that was extremely disrespectful to our country. So that's really what ended up happening, and I think it's important to tell your kids, your nieces, your nephews, whoever, that if you're gonna come to a place, no matter where it is, show respect to their country's political and historical monuments. Because if you do that in North Korea, baby, you're gonna stay there. You're gonna stay in North Korea in a North Korean prison. They don't play, and neither do we. So yeah, I get kids will be kids, but that was hard to kind of witness, you know. The parents were actually just taking a picture of them doing that. They weren't stopping them or anything. But this part of the trip was more relaxing. So this is the part where they have kind of like a trail that goes around the island. We went in April, so the weather was so perfect. This is the part where the photos get really good. Now, I personally didn't get many good photos, but I'm not really photogenic. But this trail was set up so that when you take pictures, you can really see the statue. Like, I don't want to say the statue is glorified because I'm a religious woman, it doesn't feel right, you know, but it definitely is put in a way where it's showcased. And take your time taking your pictures. Don't worry about nobody because everyone there is super kind. They all want their own good photo. You can bring a tripod and really go all out with the photo shoots here. Fashion wise, I would say khaki or navy, pink, certain blues. They seem like they would match up perfectly with this type of photo shoot. But you know, everyone has their own style. So don't forget, we have a look at the carousel at Battery Park after this. And now we're at the gift shop. So at the gift shop there, first of all, I noticed that the door handles were torches. I was very impressed by that. But in the actual store itself, there was a lot of New York memorabilia, and you could always get that like at a local shop in Manhattan. They have a lot of them, but it felt more personal, and it's a little different when you know you bought it at the actual Statue of Liberty, you know. But some of these novelty items, they do have like all over Manhattan for like really cheap, you know. If you get anything, I suggest getting something that like really stood out to you. That's what I ended up getting, and I'm so in love with it, you guys. I also got a magnet, but I don't know if I want to become one of those people that like get a magnet everywhere you travel. I think I do, so that's why I got it, but I don't know, we'll see. Here we are at the Crown Cafe. Okay, so it is cafeteria style where you get in line and the food is American food, which is expected. This is the Statue of Liberty. So what you do is you get in line. The line is decently long, but it goes pretty fast. They have a lot of stations and they have a lot of options. And this menu option was the hot food, but cold food, they have a whole section with sandwiches and salads and fridges and all of that, you know. Most people ended up getting the hot food from what I saw, but it was cold weather that day. Their sandwiches looked really good, but I ended up getting a hot dog just because it felt more of the American thing to do. Eating outside was such a beautiful feeling with the April wind and the sun was out. Oh my God, baby, I enjoyed my food. Believe me when I tell you. But after that, we decided to start going. So in order to leave, you have to get in this massive line that looks intimidating, but it's not. Once a boat arrives, it can really pack enough people so that the wait isn't that long. Now, when you get on the boat, I suggest standing by the edge, not necessarily getting a seat that's in the middle or that's on the inside of the boat, because you really feel the breeze and the ride isn't for that long anyway, so you might as well just get the best views that you can. Now, the next stop after you get picked up from the Statue of Liberty would be Ellis Island. Okay, so when we had got to Ellis Island, me and my friend had looked at each other and we're like, nah. Like we didn't really want to go. I think we had such a good time at the statue that it just felt unnecessary. We kind of wanted to go back to the hotel already. But if you want to stay, you can. They have the National Immigrant Museum on this island. So if you want to go check that out, you're more than welcome to. It's included inside of the ferry ride. And the process is the same. When they pick you up and drop you off, you just wait till the next one comes whenever you're ready. Depending on the day, they do tell you when's the last pickup, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. Now we're back at Battery Park and we get to go exploring a little bit. I noticed that when we were walking out, I saw something that I've been dying to go to, the Sea Glass Carseoul. Okay, so I saw it. I asked my best friend. She's like, no, it's not gonna be worth it. And I'm like, girl, like it's $6. Let's go. And we both ended up loving it. It was the perfect way to kind of unwind from being around all those people at the statue. So if you have time, I suggest just go and taking a look at it. It's on the right side of when you exit the park. So just kind of walk towards the right once they drop you off. After this, we took the opportunity to go to the financial district and start walking up towards Lower Manhattan. I was so happy to see the bull and the little girl versus the stock exchange statue. I also got to see this really cool art exhibit on our way out that I did not expect to see whatsoever. So you know how New York is. You just never know what you're gonna find. This was a really, really, really good day. If you wanted to, you could spend like the night in Chinatown or even in Brooklyn. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great time in New York. Bye.